Are we on live? Here we go. What's up, YouTube? This is my second live for today. I'm gonna start doing lives because for some reason, whenever I make lives, I feel more engaged. I feel like it's fun making lives too, because well, one, I get to interact with you guys, but also like I don't know, I just feel more engaged. Like I feel like it makes me more into making videos versus when I make videos without being on live, and like I just feel like I'm just talking to like a brick wall in a way. Usually when I make videos, I use my intuition, but that's when I usually make videos. It is what it is. But let's get to it. So any questions you guys have, don't mind asking me. I really don't mind. Ask me anything. I really don't care. But I'm gonna go on a little rant, and then as you guys join, you guys ask some questions. But I'm gonna talk about revenge, man. Um, just wanting success so bad and making sacrifices and how hard it is to even make sacrifices. So if you live life, right? Obviously, we all been through some things, but there's certain people who've been through so much painful situations or like a lot of betrayal from other people, and it's like me, like I've experienced so much betrayal and so much like bullshit from other people, right? And I'm thinking back in my life, I'm like, man, like I really want revenge on these people, not in a negative way where like I'm harming them in a way, but in a way where like I want my success to be the best revenge when it comes to family members, when it comes to my past exes, when it comes to anyone who done me wrong. That's pretty much who it is my exes and my family members. Like, I really want revenge, because I've been in situations where like they'll do me extremely wrong and I can't even see them, I can't even see them get their karma. I can't even see justice play out in a way. So I'm just like, damn, man. Like, so the best thing you could do is trying to work your ass off and try to succeed. And just like what they say, success is the best revenge. And like that, I be thinking too, like, damn, like why would these people treat me like that? Or like why would my exes or the people I've dated, why would they even like just treat me horribly and shit? You know what I'm saying? I understand it takes two people to break up and shit. So two people are at fault no matter what. But I'm just saying, for the most part, the people I've dated, they've done me wrong. Even like family members, they've done me extremely wrong. And I've said this before, I don't burn bridges with people. People burn bridges with me. I'm dead ass serious. So like that always happens. So like usually when I work out, usually when I work on my studies, usually I'm focused on my career. I tend to use all the painful situations I've been through, all the bullshit people put me through. I use that as fuel to push me to keep me going. You know what I'm saying? Like it gives me extra motivation to go harder on my workouts, to be more disciplined, to work harder on my studies, to take better care of myself. So in a way, if you're going through painful situations, if you go through this horrible shit from people or from life situations, in a way that can be a good thing where like you just got to use it to your advantage. You got to use it to fuel you to become great in life. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's one of the beauties in life is just the fact that yes, we live in the matrix. Yes, money does restrict us in a way, but we still have the opportunity to change our situation no matter what. Yes, it may take some time. It is a slow progress. It's easier said than done. But at the same time, it's like we have so much opportunities at any given moment. We could decide on how much we could change our lives. You know what I'm saying? And that one makes life extremely rewarding. You know. But I'm gonna talk about taking action. I'm gonna talk about being disciplined, sacrifices, how painful and how hard it is, how challenging it is. I'm also going to talk about time speeding up, and I'm also going to talking about if you're going the right direction in life. Like, how do you know if you're doing the right thing? You know what I'm saying? So let's get to it, right? So as you guys are familiar, time is speeding up extremely fast, and it's not easy. The days go by extremely fast. The hours, as years went by. You know what I'm saying? So it's so challenging to get things done throughout the day. It's so because it's like literally I just woke up, ate breakfast, I completed some of my studies, damn, and then I just went for a run outside, ate some lunch, and I came back, and now the day's almost over. It's already 10:44 p.m. That's insane. That's insane. So I can't enjoy my weekends like that. I feel like the weekends on your off days is a perfect opportunity to better yourself. If you're like if you're working at a career setting, if you're like in the military, and like if you get some days off, I feel like that's a perfect opportunity for you to better yourself, to self improve. Because me, since I'm active duty in the military, we get our days off, but on my days off, I try to take advantage of that time by like working out, by running, by studying shit I need to get finished, so I can better my career, so I can better my job and shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard to do that when time is speeding up. I feel like a lot of people struggle with this as well because it's like it is trippy. You know what I'm saying? It's really hard to get things done when time is speeding up. It's like it's insane. And um, one of my subscribers on my last live, he did mention that like the past 5 years, time has been speeding up. And I had another subscriber on my previous video. He commented, he mentioned that like ever since the lunar eclipse, since time is speeding up so fast, the days don't even feel like normal days. It feels like moments. It feels like you're not living the actual day. It feels like you're living moment to moment. You know, this guy named Inofe, he did mention that like this realm, this earth is basically like a fucking dream state. Like we live in a dream state, which makes sense because you hear about stuff like astral projection, you hear stuff like lucid dreaming, different realms and shit, the afterlife. Just the fact that reports of people have been reported of seeing spirits, seeing ghosts. Me, I personally seen spirits and ghosts before. Just the fact that shit like this exists, that in itself tells you that like we live in the matrix or like we live at a dream state. You know, all this like just like people say, it's an illusion. You know what I'm saying? Which makes sense. This is why time is speeding up. Time, just the fact that time, the days is going by extremely fast. That in itself is proof that we live at a dream state, in my opinion. Hey, what's up, Ruby Roaster? Yeah, man. Hey, like, I'm gonna start making lives more because for some reason, whenever I make lives, I feel more engaged. Like, because when I upload videos without doing the lives, I feel like I'm talking to like a brick wall. You know what I'm saying? So I rather make lives, especially when you guys ask questions too. Like, I'm more engaged, and it's fun too. Like, for some reason, I like making lives, and like I feel more creative too. You know, but this video, this ain't tight. You can ask any questions you feel comfortable with, but I'm gonna be all over the place. You know what I'm saying? I've noticed too. Whenever I make lives, I have a lot more views and likes, so that's a good thing, you know. But let's get to it. But but yeah, man. When you're trying to make sacrifices in life, when you're trying to do great things in life, of course, it's easier said than done because you're gonna put your body in so much stress when you're trying to become more healthy, when you're working out. That takes discipline. It's easier said than done. Some people make it look easy, but it's still hard. You gotta decide to actually go to the gym. You gotta actually decide to wake up at a certain time. You gotta actually take action. I feel like one of the hardest things about fitness is not necessarily taking action, but deciding to do it and to even put yourself into the gym. That's the hardest part. Taking action, actually working out, that comes naturally. But actually deciding to get up in the morning, leaving your house, waking up from bed, that's the hardest part. You know what I'm saying? But not just working out. It can be anything in life. Like if you're trying to get like your degrees, or if you're trying to pass your college classes or your high school classes, that in itself is hard because you got to study, you got to intake the information. It takes focus. Whatever you're trying to become good at or great, it takes focus. It takes dedication. It takes sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? At times you're gonna have to sacrifice going out and hanging out with friends. At times you're gonna sacrifice being alone, being isolated, feeling misunderstood. You know, at times even people are doing the same thing you're doing. At times you're still gonna do it you're alone because they're not doing it how you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So at times you're gonna feel misunderstood. At times you're gonna question yourself. You're gonna tell yourself like, "Damn, am I making the right decisions in life? Am I doing the right thing?" So it gets tricky. You know what I'm saying? And but it's definitely worth it. You know what I'm saying? But that's where you gotta have faith. That's where faith comes in. That's where you gotta believe in a higher power. You gotta believe in God. You gotta believe in the universe. Despite no matter what your situation looks like, no matter how far you're trying to get to life. Um, yeah, man, I get that. I know, right? I just need more. I need more like subscribers though. I need more people. I mean, I like the fact that you're here. Of course, you're one of my favorite guys. But damn, I need more people. But it's whatever though. But one day. But where was I? I lost my train of thought. Fuck. But yeah. But shit. Where was I? Hang on. Yeah. But at times, it's always important to have faith. It's always important to believe in the higher power. It is important to believe in God or the universe, and just know that they're not going to let you down. You know what I'm saying? Because with me, I view life. as like I view everything from a spiritual perspective. I feel like everything happens for a reason. I feel like if we're put in bullshit situations, it's meant to teach us a lesson. You know what I'm saying? If I'm around just negative people, I either feel like it's spiritual warfare or it's God or creator trying to teach me a lesson. Sometimes it is a coincidence because this is naturally the human experience where you're naturally going to come across someone you don't like, or not even that, but someone who just actively tries you, disrespects you. That's normal. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I look at shit from a spiritual perspective. That's why I guess it's kind of easy for me to have discipline or develop habits, like good habits for like self improvement. I'm not saying I'm there, of course. I still need a lot to work on. But I'm just saying, like if I want to do something, it's kind of easy for me to get things done in a way. But I gotta love what I'm doing though. If I'm forced to do something I don't like, I don't want to do it. But that's life, man. We're just forced to do things we don't want to do at times. Like work on these jobs, work so we can make money and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But but yeah, yeah, it's crazy. So like I'm just reflecting on my life, man. Like I've been thinking back at my past connections with people, just my past relationships, and it's just insane. Like a family members, like everything, it's insane. It feels like everything's like a dream. Like holy shit, like I've really came across like disrespectful people or like just how everything was set up, man. I'm gonna make a video part tonight. I'm not gonna mention it in his life because it's gonna be long, but yeah, life definitely is like a dream state. It's so hard. It's not hard to make money, but like it would be nice if we're able to manifest a lot of money to the point where like money doesn't really control our lives, like money doesn't restrict us. It's crazy how much how powerful money is. Money really does be controlling people's lives. You know what I'm saying? You can't let money control you. You gotta control money, but it's so crazy. That's one of the reasons why people fight or like there's wars and there's a lot of chaotic shit. It all deals with money, even with like divorces and like family households. All that deals with the finances and money. You have some people marrying their spouse because of money, or they'll break up their partner because of money. So money plays a huge role. It's crazy how like if you don't make enough money and if you have a family, your family's not going to survive, or like your family's going to go through some hard times. So it's insane how the money system works. It's crazy. Isn't it wild too how like there's theories that like if you fold certain dollar bills a certain way, there's videos of it too. Like it actually shows like the twin towers. I forgot which dollar bills. No, there's actually multiple dollar bills. Where like if you fold it a certain way, you're gonna see twin towers being exploded or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And in the past, there's been videos of these twin towers and shit, and there's actually proof that like that's actually like explosions that happen in these buildings before the plane actually hit. And I'm just thinking, well, yeah, but supposedly there's videos about that, but now all these videos gotten deleted or gotten taken down in some way. So maybe that's a sign. It's a conspiracy theory. I'm not saying it's facts, but isn't it crazy how like you have people or a group of people who really hijacked multiple airplanes and shit? You know how crazy that is? Like how the fuck did they even plan that out? And they really fucking crashed 9/11. Like these twin towers. Like that shit really, if you really think about it, that shit is crazy. This world is crazy, man. Like, god damn. Who the fuck knows what goes behind the scenes, man? There's so much shit that we need answers. You know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I used to watch a lot of conspiracy theories, and it's very interesting. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I'm just saying like very interesting where like some people in the spiritual community say like have different beings controlling this world or just there's government corruption. You just never know. But it is what it is. But yeah, I personally feel like in this life, we all go through spiritual cycles and we all go through spiritual experiences. This is where you get your destiny from. This is where you get your, soul contracts and pre-life. Hang on, it's random, I guess. But are you a sneakerhead or whatever? Because I have like Jordans. Yeah, am I a sneakerhead? I I guess I consider myself a sneakerhead. Like me, I consider myself to be like a runner. So like I love running. I love working out. So like I have a collection of like colorful shoes. You know what I'm saying? But I do, yes, I do love Nike. I love Under Armour. But whatever shoe feels comfortable with me, I love wearing them. I think a lot of people are sneakerheads. It's fun. But you mentioned you have like 4 pairs of Jordans. That's awesome, man. Yeah, take care of them. If you want to sell them, then you can make good profit off of that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I consider myself a sneakerhead. I love shoes. But yeah, it's just crazy how like if you really want something out of life, it takes a lot of sacrifice and dedication. It's easier said than done. But at times it is gonna be lonely. There are times where like you're gonna feel misunderstood, and at times you're gonna question yourself, like, damn, like, am I making the right decisions or am I doing the wrong or right thing? You know what I'm saying? So it gets tricky, you know. Yeah, exactly. Those 9/11 videos have been taken down. You know what I'm saying? So it is. You just don't know what's going. Who knows? It could be real, it could be not. But it's crazy how this world works. You know what I'm saying? It's insane. But but what's my time saying? You have to look up like when it's in order to find anything. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out. You know what's crazy? So like on my live, it sucks. So like I gotta figure out how to do it. So when I uploaded my first live, I wanted to show the live chat, but when I uploaded, it did not show the live chat with you, and I wanted to show it on my uploaded video, but I don't know how to do it. I'll try to figure it out. Hopefully in this live, I'll try to put it there, but we'll see. But yeah, when it comes to success and revenge, there are times where where people have done you wrong, and you can't see them get your justice, or like you can't see them get their karma. So imagining working so hard, going after your dreams, doing things you really enjoy doing things you love, and then you reach success, and then like these people witness your success, and now the scales have turned. In my opinion, that could be one of the best feelings in the world. So that's at times I do look forward to it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy, man. It's just I feel like life is really exciting because again, you can really create your own life. You can create your own reality. You can do whatever you want out of life. Um, since we have the social media, since we have the internet age, you can be well known. You can put yourself out there. You can meet new people. You can meet a lot of like-minded people. You could it's abundant with information, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? You could make your own YouTube video. You can start your own podcast. You can be the fittest man or woman in the world. You have the opportunity at any given moment to change your circumstances and to change your life. It all starts with the mindset. This is why people talk about it's always important to have a positive mindset. It's always good to have a good attitude. You know what I'm saying? But more so, always take care of your body. Always be healthy because you need to have energy in order for you to be successful, or in order for you to go after your passions and your dreams, so you can change your life for the better. You know what I'm saying? So like this is why it's important. Eat more fruits and vegetables. Know your body. Drink more water. Cause do a lot more full body stretches. Work out. Do what you got to do to take care of the human body. The human body is very important. You know. Um. And yeah, but also always question life. Always don't settle in life. That's the thing too. I'm not saying don't enjoy life. Always enjoy life. Always appreciate life. Always have gratitude. Always enjoy the friends you're around with. Always enjoy if you have loving family. Always be around them. Always love them no matter what. But at the same time, always try to do the best to get off your comfort zone and question a lot of things in life, because there's a lot of things in life that we need answers, or like not with that, but there's so much stuff that's out there throughout life. And don't ever ignore or bypass your talents and your gifts, for real. Because like this is my opinion, but I feel like it's a fact. A lot of people, just the fact that they're living and breathing, we all have a purpose. We're all meant for great things. It's up to us to find our talents, to find what we're good at, and to do a lot of soul searching. This is why you gotta try new things. This is why you gotta take risks. Put yourself out there. Try to get off your comfort zone. Anything that you fear the most, just put yourself out there, because we all have a strong purpose. We're all meant for great things. Um, and you're meant to use those great things so you can help other people, so you can help improve this world, and so you can attract a lot of good things you want out of life. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that what makes life, in my opinion, very exciting, very engaging. You know what I'm saying? The only challenge is that I'm trying to overcome, that's really hard for me right now, and I'm sure it's hard for other people as well, is the fact that time is speeding up so fast. So is for me at least, what I've noticed is so easy to fall into a very bad slump since time is speed. I feel like since time is speeding up, it's a double-edged sword. Either you'll gain a lot of momentum, especially even though your passions, if you build a lot of energy with yourself, if you're like taking action, if you're being disciplined, if you're constantly scheduling your days, if you're attacking your goals, time and speeding up will give you a huge advantage. Still hard, but it'll give you an advantage. But also on the other end scale, if you feel depressive, if you feel low on energy, if you feel sad, since time is speeding up, it's gonna be so hard to pick yourself back up because the days go by extremely fast, and then we're constantly in bed all day, or like if you feel depressive, you just want to put yourself out there because you're going through like mental challenges or like physical challenges. And it's normal because everyone experiences this. It's gonna be hard because you just want to be inside all day. You just don't want to be seen all day. You'll be stuck in your bed all day. Then next, the hours go by, then the days go by, then weeks turn to months. So since time is speeding up, it's such a huge challenge. You know what I'm saying? It's a huge challenge. Um, but it has to be answers. Now I've heard that like the reason why time is speeding up from other people is the fact that a lot of people are increasing their vibration, therefore time is speeding up faster and faster. And I didn't make this on my own. I got this from my tarot reader, and I feel like she's right. But also, other people mentioned that like one of the reasons why time is speeding up is because the matrix system is going to collapse, or like you have the fourth realm or the fifth realm is getting closer to Earth, and Earth is considered the third realm, and they're pretty much emerging. That's why just the fact that people see spirits and ghosts, that in itself tells you that there's other realms out there. There's a spirit realm, and I feel like what I've learned from other people, they mentioned that like since the fourth realm is merging, and I think the fifth realm, I think fourth or fifth and fifth realm is getting closer to the third realm, which is the earth realm. Since it's merging, and it makes sense that the spirit realm is getting closer here. So and time is an illusion, right? So time is gonna speed up rapidly, and more people. Just a lot of people are becoming more spiritual. You see tarot readers, you see people talk about spiritual topics. I'm sure you guys watch videos that talk about chosen ones. There's shit like that. People talk about. There's other people talking about time and speeding up. People are talking about fasting. People are talking about spirits. People are talking about challenge. What's the word? Channeling energy. You know. Drink some water real quick. You have to look up like yeah. Um. But yeah, so without a doubt, a lot of people are becoming more spiritual. And I feel like it's a cool thing. But I'm gonna talk about patience. I think when you're trying to reach success, when you want things out of life, I feel like it gets frustrating. I feel like no one talks about this as much. If you're on the road to success, it's a process. So you're not gonna get things overnight. It's a huge process. It takes time. It takes dedication. It takes sacrifice. It takes hard work. And you also got to work smarter, not harder. And you got to reprogram your subconscious mind and your unconscious mind so you can track good things into your life. And that's where you get your manifestations from. What I learned from other people. But I feel like, at least for me, I know other people can relate to this as well. It's so challenging because it's like you got to be so patient. Like you got to take one day at a time. And with me, it's like I think I still have. Well, yeah, I know I have a lot of anger and bitterness, not just from the people I had to deal with, just like this abuse from family members or just like dealing with toxic exes and toxic friends. But what really pissed me off is just the fact that I'm not satisfied with being in these certain jobs I'm in, or like I'm not satisfied with the people around it. Just overall life. I'm not saying I'm not thankful. I'm very thankful, but I'm just not satisfied. Like I want more out of life, not in a bad way either. Like me, like I'm 25, but I never drove in a car before. So what motivates me to work hard to make as much money as I can is so I could one day affording so I can buy a car, not just any car, but like a nice car. You know what I'm saying? At least a car that's usable so I can explore life. I can meet different people. You know what I'm saying? But it's a challenge, but it takes patience. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing too. If you've also been around like abusive family members or just abusive people in general, naturally you're gonna feel that anger. You're gonna feel that you're gonna feel extremely pissed off. You're gonna feel sad. You're gonna have a lot of pain, and you have to release that shit by going to therapy or doing spiritual work such as crying it out, meditating, fasting, doing full body yoga stretches so you can release pent up energy. Shout out to Inofe because he mentioned that. Um, but you naturally want to prove these motherfuckers wrong, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's always good to use that extra energy and fuel to your success. This is why I will make a video in the future on how to channel your anger. It's so easy to channel your anger in the wrong direction. That's why you see people going This is why you see people get into fights, get into like jails or prison, or they deal with the police a lot, or like they'll put themselves in really bad situations, or like they'll rob banks and shit like that, or like they'll kill people with these mass school shootings and violence and street violence and other shit like that. It's because they have a lot of anger, they have a lot of pent up energy, and they don't know how to channel it. They don't have the spiritual knowledge on how to use it the right way. You know, it's why it's important to, and they're the same. Knowledge is power because it's true. And thank God we live in the information age where you have a lot of people who, especially in the spiritual community or people who are very spiritual, they talk about learning how to channel your energy. And a lot of people mention this, like when you're feeling angry or sad, you just got to channel it to your best advantage. Like with me, for example, I have a lot of sadness, anger, a lot of pent up energy that I'm trying to release. But I'm also trying to use it to my advantage by like working on my goals, by being more disciplined, by working out harder, being more intense. You know what I'm saying? So I can get good results. So I can be the best person I can be, not for myself, but for other people as well. And then you pass that wisdom to other people from generations to come. And that's where you get your wisdom, and that's where you pass on your knowledge. And you make this world a better place. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but also growing up, I've played a lot of sports, so like I'm naturally kind of competitive like that. So like, I don't know, man. I really want um, revenge, but also this society pissed me off as well. This matrix, just the fact that we have money restrictions, just the fact that like I need to make so much money and I got to work at these bullshit jobs just so I can like travel around the world, just so I can afford to buy a car. Just the fact that I have to do those things, it gets me angry, and I use that as motivation to go far in life. I'm not saying like I'm a fucking like badass or like, oh, I'm this and that. No, because like I said, like being disciplined, working at your goals, that shit's hard as fuck. You got to sacrifice. Sometimes you got to have sleepless nights. You got to sleep less. You got to sacrifice time. You got to sacrifice what you want versus what you need. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to party, have fun, which is normal. That's why you got to have the right balance. But sometimes you can't overindulge it, especially if you're trying to go far in life. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're trying to reach success, you'll recognize that like each and every day matters. But like I said, it's got to find the right balance. And that's what I do. Like, if I feel like having fun, then yeah, I'm gonna do it. As long as I gotta be around the right types of people. The reason why I'm so strict and paranoid about being around the right types of people, because I know what it's like to be around the wrong types of people. And when you're around the wrong types of people, they're gonna put you in bad situations. And this is why it's important for you to use your discernment. And life experience does help, but you also gotta try to heal yourself. Like me, like I have a tendency to people please a lot. I don't like saying no to people, and I have a tough time with setting boundaries with people. I'm the type of person where like I'll let things slide. About the last minute, if people keep trying me, I'll let all my emotions bottle up inside me, and then eventually I'll explode, and then I'll get very violent with people, and like it'll get me in huge trouble. And that's why you guys set boundaries and kind of defend yourself right from the jump in a professional way. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what it's like to be around narcissistic people, just dumbass people. And at times I'll be reflecting my life and I'm just like, man, like these people really did the things they did, or like, why, damn, like these people really in my life, like, damn, like I have grown adults at the workplace try to fuck with me, or like, I've experienced a lot of weird shit with people. I feel like it's spiritual warfare in a way. I don't mean this in an egotistical way, but like, I look back dealing with narcissistic people at the workplace, or just how people would attack me, or how they'll project their pain towards me, even with like family members. Like I'll look back and I'm just like, this shit like is not normal. Like it feels like I was in a horror movie, or like it felt like I was in a fucking a video game. And even back then, while I was getting mistreated by these people, I still had the same awareness as I did right now. So I could kind of see through the bullshit, and I could see how it is playing out. And that's when I realized, or at least I think that like, yeah, maybe these things were kind of meant to happen, or like maybe God has set it up that way, or like maybe I don't have free will to the point where I was meant to experience bullshit situations with people or abuse, or like or I feel like it's the Matrix attacking me, or like the devil, or like lower vibrational entities. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, what the fuck, It's crazy. You think? Yeah. Sorry, I'm gonna read questions right now. Sorry about that. I didn't realize you asked questions. Um, you have to look. you think kids can see spirits better because they don't have a fear towards it the way adults do? I remember seeing a baby crawling in my room when I was like 2 or 3 and didn't give it a second thought what they did. Um, that's a good question. Yeah, I feel like since kids, and there's a saying, someone mentioned this about kids, or like especially in newborns. Supposedly, so like with these newborns, right? It makes sense that since they're fresh out the like spiritual realm, which is like the fourth realm or fifth realm, or like the heaven worlds. I believe there is heaven, or like different realms. So my guess is that like I've heard this from other people that like with newborns, since they're fresh from the womb, they came from these higher realms and these spiritual realms. They just chose, or someone chose to come down here for them, right? In the earth realm, right? And since they're fresh from these spiritual realms, it's going to make sense that they're going to be more in tune, or they're going to be more aware of like the spiritual realm and shit like that. And someone mentioned something like this. So like, I feel like I feel like they do have, they're not as fearful as much because because all newborns they come to this world all playful, all innocent. You know what I'm saying? So like they don't know how to detect from fear or like what you're supposed to be scared of, like what's normal, what's not normal. Basically, basically programming. Because as obviously when you get older, you become more programmed. So with newborns, they're not aware of being programmed as much, you know. So I guess when they do see spirits, they're not as like paranoid or scared. So I get what you're saying. So that could be possible as well, you know. But when it comes to spirits and ghosts, it is kind of crazy. Like, why is it that like certain people see ghosts and spirits, you know? And I noticed that I could be wrong. I've noticed there's a pattern with like people and seeing spirits and ghosts. So like, why is it that like, at least from my observation, I've noticed people who have more awareness of spirituality of the universe, or at least they're more into it, or like they're passionate about it. These same people are the types of people who always tend to see ghosts and spirits from a young, either from a younger age or from all throughout their life. I've noticed there's a pattern with that. I could be wrong. Maybe other people have seen spirits as well, or maybe everyone does. But maybe, well, because I never asked them like in person, or like they never told me, or I could be right. People are into spirituality. People who have a passion about spirituality. These same people tend to see spirits and ghosts. So maybe there's a correlation. My guess is that like when you're into spirituality and like the spiritual shit pretty much. More than likely, I could be wrong, but maybe my guess is like maybe you're like an older soul, or like you have a higher vibration since you have all that spiritual awareness. So naturally, you're gonna check like seeing spirits, seeing like high vibration entities, lower vibration entities. You know, also depends on your mission. Maybe you have a very spiritual mission, and therefore entities can see that. So now you're more in tune with the spiritual realm, and this is where you get your third eye from. I don't know too much about the third eye, but I forgot. But people talk about having a third eye. So, and my guess is that like since you're an older soul, or like you have a very important spiritual mission coming down here, since you're more in tune with the spiritual realm, your third eye is going to be more activated. You know what I'm saying? That's my guess. I could be wrong, but it just seems like it because I noticed this. People who are spiritual, they tend to see a lot of ghosts and spirits throughout their lives. You know, I've heard some crazy stories, and I personally seen ghosts and spirits too. Um, the first time I seen a spirit, no, not the first time, because I'm sure I've seen spirits when I was younger. I think I remember, but I'm talking about the first time I seen an actual ghost. So like I was like, that shit freaked me the fuck out. It's a long story, but back when I was like 16. Was I 16? No, 17. So the first time I seen ghosts and spirits, like shadow figures, the Hat Man. When I first saw them, I was 16, so I was aware of ghosts and shit, right? But when I was 17, that's when it kind of like skyrocketed. So I was chilling in my room at night, right? Me and my brother, we both had a school night, and then my mom was telling me and my brother to turn off the lights, or like to turn off our TVs because we're both playing video games, and I was and like me and my brother, we didn't want to. So then my mom wanted to come in, and then me and my brother kind of freaked out. So we both turned off the TV, and we both stopped playing video games. And then we both immediately turned off all the lights, and we went straight to bed, right? And then it's kind of hard to explain. So in my room, I have like a bathroom room, right? So this is my bed, and I'm like right here, right? But my bathroom room was like right next door, right? And I had like a little door handle. The door handle was open, so I could see the bathroom and shit, right? But it was dark. when I turned around, I've seen a white light, a bright white light, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on, right? So I was tripping at first, and just talking about it, I'm having chills all over my body. So I looked at it, and it was like a bright white light, and it was like a human figure white light, and this being, it was hiding like behind a door. Like what really shocked me was how aware that entity was. So that being, so he's kind of okay. So pretend there's a door, right? Yeah, you have this a ghost entity, right? He was like hiding like this, like he was peeking and shit, like he didn't want to be seen by my mom or some shit. And I was looking, I'm like, I seen the whole thing. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I saw that ghost. He walked towards my room. He walked across from my room. And keep in mind, I was watching all this shit play out. How it looked, it looked like an old guy, right? And how he's dressed. You know how people were dressed back in the old times? So like, I don't know the right word. He looked like he was dressed like in a robe. You know what I'm saying? But he looked like he dressed like something you'll see back then, like back in the 1800s or something. But I can't explain it. Like he looked like an old man, but like I could see the wrinkles and like he had a very sharp jawline. You know what I'm saying? Like he had very like sharp facial features. And I see him like he was like tiptoeing. He was walking like he didn't want to make any noise, like he didn't want to be seen. And then he turned around in my direction, and then that's when I freaked out. So I had the covers, and I was hiding under the bed. And when I peeked back, he disappeared. In my mind, I was like, "Yo, did this shit really happen?" So then I was like, calling my mom. I was like, "Mom, like, was that you? Or like, are you here?" And then she yelled back, and she was like, "No, she was. My mom was in her room this whole time." And I was like, "What the fuck?" So I was kind of tripped out by it. But and that night I couldn't sleep. you know, I'm not sure if it was a good entity or an evil one. I didn't sense any negative. I didn't sense any negative energy from that being. But I don't know. This is weird. I think it was just a ghost. But stuff like this, like that, can't be a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? It can't be a coincidence. Why the hell would me see a ghost like that? You know what I'm saying? And and don't keep in mind, I had a knowledge of spirits too. So like, I don't know. This is weird. So I definitely love hearing about ghost spirits and stuff. I hope I didn't freak you guys out. But and just keep in mind, and like I said, that what makes life really amazing. That what makes life beautiful, knowing that there's other life out there. Even in there's afterlife. At least I know and believe there's afterlife. You know what I'm saying? Just really get your ancestors from, your spirit guides. You know what I'm saying? So it's very interesting. So when it comes to life, we really have nothing to worry about. Especially as we get older. But yeah. No, it's all good. I like the revenge I used to watch. And some guy, some. I'm gonna copy and paste the channel name you mentioned so I could check him out. Thanks for letting me know. I'll definitely check him out. I appreciate it. But yeah, man, that's how life is. You just gotta. This is why, like, I feel life. I feel everything's spiritual. I feel like everything happens for a reason. I feel like everything is spiritual. What I'm saying, but also feel like life is a test in a way. So like, if you're put in a situation to where like you're just feeling bored or like you just feel stagnant, it could be a sign of like you have to try new things, or like even if you're working hard, if you're chasing your passions, but it seems like you're not getting the results you need. Obviously, there's always room for improvement. So either you gotta change your mentality, you gotta change, or like you gotta heal your emotional body, or you just gotta change your mindset in some way, or you get that, or you gotta change your physical action by adjusting on how you go about things, or like be more disciplined, or both. You know what I'm saying? But no matter what, it's like no matter how many times you try, it just seems you just seem stagnant, or like you don't seem satisfied with life. Just knowing that more likely it could be a test from like the universe. Don't even trip about it. Try to overcome it. And you just gotta have faith too. Have faith that like know that like there's more to life, and that you will reach your destination, and that you will experience the things you really want to experience throughout life. You just gotta be patient. You know what I'm saying? Life is short, but life feels extremely long. Um, provide how we live. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Yeah, so like it's spiritual realm, man. Like you mentioned that you also see spirits and ghosts. Yeah, man, I definitely believe in you. It's a real thing, it's a real thing. And I also feel like you probably have a very spiritual purpose in life, a very spiritual purpose. Like you meant to do, also you meant to do great things. Also, it ties into spirituality in some way as well. Just the fact that you're seeing beings like that, and it's crazy, right? Like, and we explain this to people, they probably think you're crazy and stuff. This is why me, like, I keep it to myself. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but that's what life is all about. So it's always important to have faith in God. Always have faith in the Creator. Just knowing that you are meant for great things. He's got to be patient. It's always good to have tunnel vision. That's why you got to do a lot of soul searching. You know what I'm saying? So that makes life extremely exciting, knowing that like there's more out there in life. And just enjoy it. Don't try to force things. Thinking I looked it up, and some woman got hit by a car area back in like. I remember seeing a spirit when I was about 4 or 5 in the house we lived in was inherently neighborhood. So a ton of people have walked by it over the years. And I saw some green figure walk by. Yep. Things like this does happen. It looked like a woman from the 1970s. I'm thinking, and I looked it up. Some woman got hit by a car. Wow, that's very interesting. Wow. Someone got hit by a car in the area back in like 1973, I'm guessing, but she didn't come across as evil either. In fact, I think she was checking up on us. Wow, that's crazy, man. See, like, and I believe in you too. You see, it's stuff like that where like it makes life extremely interesting because, like, without a doubt, we do have spiritual entities. We do have other life forms out there. We do have afterlife. We do have different realms, and they do check up on us. It's just crazy how things play out. It's crazy how like how life works. It's just crazy how like you have spirits who are and how you explain it too. And you could agree with this too. Just the fact that we both know how aware these spirits are, like just how they move, like how they look. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of trippy how just how aware they are. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder how it is in the afterlife. I wonder how things work. There's so much theories out there. People talk about so much things, how the afterlife works. You know what I'm saying? So maybe one day we'll know. Once we both naturally pass away, and like, I wonder if we have the same awareness as we are in human form. I feel like spirits could also shapeshift. So like, I feel like I feel like spirits could also time travel in a way. So like they could visit any type of realm. So they can visit the earth realm to check up on like loved ones, or just they could check up on random people, but they also explore different realms and stuff. I feel like the afterlife is very abundant and it's very blissful, where you can do whatever you want since you're not in a human body. Because you're in a human body, you're gonna feel pain. The human body gets tired. The human body has urges. It has emotions. You know what I'm saying? Versus when you're spirit, you can do whatever you want. Like Warner Brothers says, usually sneak out at night, and I pointed it out to my mother, who came up with the conclusion like she was guarding her. Oh wow, that's very interesting. Thank you for sharing it. Thank you so much. I wonder in my lives, I wonder if there's a way where I could save my chat because on my first live, I wanted to show the live chat, but it, it wasn't popping up when I uploaded the video, and I was really sad by that. Hang on, I'm checking up. I'm seeing if there's a way I could save it. If you guys know how to save a live chat when you're making lives, when you upload a YouTube video, please let me know. I'll definitely look it up because like I want to show this to my uploaded video. I'll just read it out loud so my audience can hear it. So, like my older sister used to sneak out at night, and I pointed it out to my mother, who came up with that conclusion that she was guarding her from getting hurt. Yeah, stuff like this does happen, and I personally believe in that. Like I said, spirits. I feel like ghosts in general. They have so much awareness. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you can see the lives on your channel. Oh, you can see the lives on your channel when you on desktop version at least, but don't. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'll definitely check it out because like after I uploaded it, I immediately went to my iPhone, and my iPhone it doesn't show. So I'll definitely check it up on my desktop. Hopefully, it's there. You know what I'm saying? Okay, well, that's good news. Fingers crossed. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a live chat. It's about you guys, and I want people to see the questions you guys ask. This isn't all about me. I want it to be about you guys. That's one reason why I made this channel. It's for you guys. Oh, you can see the lives on this. Okay, so that's good news. But yeah, just know that like when you're navigating through life, when you're experiencing life, just know that you're not alone. Just know that you have like-minded people. You have people who actually understand you. I know it may get discouraging if you're around people who just we just you feel different or like you just don't feel safe around. I know it sucks. I know it's like hard in a way, but just know that you're not alone. You know, like for my subscribers, I have people who think like me, people who even see spirits just like me. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. I mean, I understand you guys. I understand you guys. I get what you guys are coming from. You know, so just know that you're not alone. You know, and don't get discouraged with life too. You know, at times life's gonna throw a lot of obstacles, but just don't let it affect you. Just don't. If you have loved ones, you have people who care about you. Definitely don't take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? They love you for a reason. So like, you guys are meant to work together. You know what I'm saying? And just be thankful with life. And just know that you're not alone. And like, you got people who are just being toxic towards you. Just know that it's all projection. It's not personal. They're just projecting their insecurities and your trauma onto you. So don't take it personal. And like I said, don't ever isolate yourself from people because like you have people who care about you. Just don't feel like you're going through this alone. And believe in a higher power too. Some people have different beliefs, but just believe in something like the entity or like a spiritual being, or like they have your back, no matter what. Especially if you've seen ghosts and spirits, that in itself is proof that like you do have ancestors, you do have spiritual beings that watch over you. And um and oh man, yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. I will make more lives part tomorrow. I will upload more videos as well. My apologies, but like I gotta do some stuff real quick, and it's already like almost 50 minutes. But I really appreciate you guys for your guys replies, for your comments and your likes. Anything you guys want me to talk about, please let me know. And just know that I care about you guys and I really appreciate you guys for really like you guys really motivate me to make videos and just and to act like myself and speak from my mind. But thank you guys so much, especially Rubber Rooster. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for your interactions and your engagement. I really appreciate you. Yeah, man. Take care, man. If there's anything you need, just let me know, man. I'm here for you guys. And have a good night. Peace.